Just a few blocks over from Yale University is where you will find the uniquely American-style, thin-crust, coal-fired Neapolitan pizza. Pizza, or as the New Haven locals say, a beats, is the heart and soul of the lively city. Renowned for its style and taste nationwide, grabbing a slice at any New Haven pizza joint is a must for a pizza lover. The birthplace of pizza starts in Naples, Italy. Back then, pizza was nothing more than the common flatbread meal with herbs, salt, and olive oil. It was also considered a poor man's food in a poor man's town. The Unification of Italy was in 1861, and it was in 1889 when King Umberto I and Queen Margherita visited the town of Naples. Queen Margherita became captivated by baker Raphael Esposito's simple yet delicious creation of bread, sauce, cheese, and basil. This era-defining fusion of ingredients is now known as the Margherita pizza, with the colors symbolizing the red, white, and green of the Italian flag: white mozzarella cheese, green basil, and red tomato sauce. Fast forward to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, citizens of Naples were migrating to America for industry and factory jobs. Not only did they bring their will to achieve the American dream, but they also brought along their century-old hometown pizza recipes to famous American cities, including New York, Chicago, and, you guessed it, New Haven.
New Haven is kind of became the iconic location in Connecticut because a lot of the immigrants, the Italian immigrants, came to New Haven because there was industry, and a lot of them had baker, being a baker background. So there was 6 or 8 bakeries in this little area, and they all made their breads and whatever, and they also all made pizzas. And they've branched out, and they opened up pizzerias all over.
You can't talk about New Haven pizza without mentioning where it all began with none other than Frank Pepe's Pizzeria Napoletana. It was here in 1925 on Wooster Street, the Little Italy of New Haven, where Frank Pepe originated the New Haven-style thin crust pizza. It was prepared with the freshest ingredients and baked in a coal-fired oven. In 1938, Frank's sister Filomena Consiglio and her son Sal opened Sally's Pizza on the same street as Pepe's, creating a tasty rivalry between the two. In 1934, Moderna Beats opened its doors using their unique oil-fueled brick oven for their thin crust pizza. Since the openings of these 3 innovators, New Haven has become a pizza capital for the nation with great spots like Bar, Zupardi's, Ernie's, Town Pizza, and many, many more. No one can argue that Pepe's, Sally's, and Modern are the 3 pizza pillars of New Haven. It doesn't take much to see why, since one bite says it all. Needless to say, New Haven wouldn't have its pizza legacy if it wasn't for Frank Pepe.
My grandfather came from Italy as a teenager. When he came in through New York, and then he had a half-brother who had family in New Haven. So he came down to New Haven, and he got a job at Sargent's making locks and a macaroni factory. When World War I broke out, he had to go back and fight in the Italian army. When World War I was over, he then had a wife, and he came back, and he came right back to New Haven, and he got a job at Generoso Moro Macaroni Factory and Bakery. It was located right next door to where our large location is. He started flattening out some bread dough, just putting sauce on it, and he would sell his pizzas in the neighborhood because there was a lot of industry. Well, my grandfather only had a 6th grade education. He couldn't keep track of who he gave what. So my grandmother, who was very educated, said, let him come to us. So actually he opened up in 1925 in this location. It's called Frank Pepe's The Spot. He had this location until 1936, then he moved to the larger location. Now when he was here, it was called Francesco Pepe Bakery. When he moved to the larger location, it was called Frank Pepe Pizzeria Napoletana. Well, we still, my grandfather passed away in 1969. He only had 2 daughters, my mother and my aunt. And they ran the business just as their father did. I've been here technically since I was like 13, 14. But on the books, I've been here 43 years.
Actually, my first time I ate here at Pepe's was when I was 5 years old. And my mom actually has pictures of me sitting in the front window seats from when I was 5. So just pretty cool that I work here all these years later.
What makes the pizza so special? We adhere to our grandfather's recipes. We don't cut any corners on the quality. We use top imported tomatoes, imported cheeses, imported olive oil, freshest ingredients we can.
Our crust here is a little thinner, but it's crisp, yet it's airy on the inside. Chicago style is generally a thicker crust pie. New York pizza is really a really thin crust. So ours is crispy and chewy, plus we're coal-fired, which gives it the nice char on the bottom.
As far as New York and Chicago pizzas go, everybody has their own taste, their own preferences. I'm not going to say our pizza's any better than theirs. It's different. I haven't met a Pepe's pizza I didn't like. I like from the whole gamut. I love it from just a plain tomato. I don't eat clams, but I like our white clam pizza.
Years ago, there was actually a gentleman that used to shuck clams out by the roadside, and he'd sell them right out of the half shell. And one day, Frank Pepe just walked by. He said, "You know what? Let's put some clams on a pizza and try it out." And they put them in the oven here, and ever since there, it's been a win-win.
Something magical happens in the oven, and just all those flavors meld together. You know, because we have a coal-burning oven, and that hot, intense, dry heat kind of seals all the flavors into the pizza. They all kind of, it's magic. It really is. It's magic.
People come from all over. It's really nice. It's a busy day. We have a line every day when we open the doors and stuff, so we're really busy. Very fortunate.
Just come on down and try our pizza.
First slice will make you a believer.
We've been voted #1 in the country 3 years in a row, so.
But isn't Pepe's Pizza just pizza?
My wife and I, we did it for 5 years. We discovered it when we were first dating coming to New Haven. Because everybody said, you got to go to Pepe's. What could be so special? And then we came, her and I. Oh my God. And it became a tradition for the whole family. Well, it's a unique pizza. Everybody makes a cheese pizza. But the nice thing about Pepe's, we just had the clam pizza. We had the garden.
The summer pie too.
Summer pie.
Awesome.
You can't get that anywhere else with that coal oven of theirs.
And it's kind of...
It's such a family place. Really, even though as big as they've gotten, as they expand, you want to be with friends, family. It's so, you just feel like it's home.
Exactly.
That's what's so special about Pepe's.
There's a certain charm, there's just like, while it's gotten more popular and the line is longer, just the place never changes. It's the same faces, same pizza, just like the symbol of familiarity all these years. I tell people New Haven pizza is just its own thing. You have to just try it to see for yourself what it's like. But yeah, every town has their own attributes to their pizza, but New Haven I think will always be my favorite because it's what I grew up on.
So if you haven't tasted New Haven pizza,
You got to come down. You just got to try the pizza once. Try the pizza once and you'll be hooked.